Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in back into Otram's YouTube channel. Today we've got a 2015 Toyota Camry that we're going to do front pads and rotors on. This one's just about metal to metal here on the driver's side, a little bit better on the passenger. But let me get you moved around to the back side so we can see those and we'll get started. So the first thing we're going to do underneath of here is take the caliper off. We're going to take these two 14mm bolts loose. And you want to loosen them before you break both loose, because if you loosen this bottom one and then, or take this bottom one all the way out and then loosen the top one, the whole caliper is going to swivel up, which is not what you're looking for. And then I'm going to grab a caliper hanger. Come on. And I'm going to hang that off the spring, because you do not want your caliper hanging off of its brake hose. And then I'm going to take these pad spreader springs out. Come on. And then I'll pop my pads out. And these aren't as bad as I thought they were going to be, but they're pretty worn. And then there is a squealer clip here at the top on both of these. So we just need to remember where those came from. And then we're going to come back up underneath of here and take the caliper stand off. And these are 17mm headed bolts. And I grabbed my longer ratchet because these are usually pretty tight. And then I'm going to go set this off to the side because we're going to clean the pins and we're going to clean where the shims go. And now we can take our rotor off. And this one is stuck, as they usually are. So we're going to take two 8mm bolts and stick them in these holes here. And then we're going to use these to push the rotor off. There we go. And we can get that out of the way. And then you can see there's quite a bit of corrosion on this hub surface here. So we're going to take, you can use a wire brush. I've got one of these non-woven cleaners. And we just want to knock any corrosion or anything off, because anything that's on here that's raised, when we put the new rotor on, it's going to make the rotor not run true. So we want this clean as we can possibly get it. And then I'm going to just take a wire brush and get in where that couldn't. And then we'll give that a little rinse with some brake clean. And then we need to retract our caliper. And I've already looked up top to make sure that there's enough room in the reservoir, because you don't want to push the caliper back when the reservoir is full, because you'll overflow and make a huge mess. And you just want to real gently retract these. And this one's not quite long enough, so I'm going to use one of the old pads to give me a spacer. And just want to make sure that the piston retracts evenly, doesn't have any sticky spots. There we go. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see it, but you just want to make sure that the boot is, retracted back in there. It's not sticking out funky, anything like that that's going to catch when you put your pads back in. So that side looks good. I'm going to go take the other side apart, and then I'll take you over to the bench and we'll clean everything up. Okay, so I've got both of the caliper stands off, and I've got the passenger side one marked with a zip tie so I know which one's which. And we need to take the shims out, these guys here, and you want to take a quick look. These look like they're symmetrical, but sometimes, depending on the vehicle, they are not. But we're just going to come in here with a pocket screwdriver and pop these guys out. And I use a pocket screwdriver rather than bare-handing them, because those are really sharp sometimes. I'll go ahead and pop them out of my other one. And then I've got just a cheap wire brush from Harbor Freight. And you can take this and go in here and clean up the grooves. It's going to take a lot of scrubbing. This one's pretty gross, scrubbing with this. I've got a media blast cabinet, so I'm going to go sandblast these, and then I'll come back after I've done that and we'll lubricate the pins on here. So let me go blast these, throw them at the wash cabinet, and I'll bring you back. Okay, so I've got my caliper brackets out of the parts washer, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab the bellows right here and then twist my pins out. And you got to remember which one goes where, because this one has a rubber bushing on it. God, and whoever did the brakes on this last definitely did not clean these, where this pin is just smooth. So I've got those out of their bores. And I'm going to put some brake clean on a towel. And you should be wearing gloves for this. And I'm going to clean the pin up real nice. And you want these very clean and very free to move, because if you don't, you're going to get uneven braking and uneven pad wear. And then I'm going to take a little brake clean and I'm going to spray it in each of those bores. And I've got a round bristle brush. This one happens to be on a drill, which makes it nice. And I'm going to scrub those bores. And I'm going to spray them out to rinse them. And I'm going to let that sit face down for a minute to drain while I do the other side. And it's funny, for as stiff as these pins are, they look really clean. Usually when they're stiff like that, they're really corroded. I'm going to let those drip dry for a few minutes, and then we'll come back and put everything together. And now that we've got our rotor on there, we can take our caliper brackets, and I put a drop of red Loctite on each of these caliper stand bolts. And I'm going to really lightly start them in there. You want to be super careful with these because it's real easy to cross-thread them. And if you get them cross-threaded, you end up needing a new caliper bracket, which, you know, not the end of the world. You can buy these, you know, rebuilt. But, you know, if you can avoid it, avoid it. So we're going to pop these in here real nicely. And then I'm going to torque these to 79 foot-pounds. And I like to do these twice just to make sure they're good and seated because, you know, these are your brakes. You don't want them coming loose. And now we can come over and do our pads. And when we took the old ones off, they had the squealer, clips on the top. So we're gonna do the same with these. And work everything in there. And I'm hung up on something. There we go. And you want to make sure these slide easily. And then same thing, I'm going to put a squealer clip on the top of the other side. And again, get hung up on something. There we go. And that's all in there. And then I can take my caliper down and make sure it slides over, and you may have to tuck your caliper slide pins in. There we go, we'll get that on there. And again, you want to make sure all this moves freely. You want to look and make sure that you haven't pinched your hose. And then I put a little bit of blue Loctite on each of these bolts. And then these are going to go to 25 foot-pounds. And again, you know, do them twice. And sometimes you'll notice that the pin wants to spin, and they make these special thin wrenches just for fitting in there, because a normal wrench just a lot of times won't fit. And these are relatively cheap and are a lifesaver. I waited way longer than I should have to pick up a set of these. But if your pin wants to spin and it won't torque up, you'll need one of these thin wrenches. But there we're all torqued. And I'm going to make sure that my caliper wiggles a little bit, that it's not frozen. Take my lug nut off. I'm going to make sure I don't have any egregious sounds when I spin this, and that's just the break-in coating. Okay, future me popping back in here because past me got ahead of himself while filming a video and did not put the anti-rattle clips back in the pads before putting the caliper on. So later, when you hear past me talk about being able to hear the break-in material on these, that's why. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Don't forget to put these in. So I'm gonna, put my wheels back on, torque them to 76 foot-pounds, go up top and check to make sure my brake level my brake fluid level is good. But yeah, that's changing front pads and rotors on 2015 Toyota Camry. Hope you found that useful. If you did, please like and subscribe. That helps us get found. With the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to help to support the channel, we have a membership option where you get early access to the videos before they go, live for the general public. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you next time.